Psalm 27. Psalm 27 is a powerful affirmation of trust in God's protection, guidance, and presence. It begins with bold confidence in God and transitions into a heartfelt prayer for mercy, guidance, and deliverance from enemies. David's deep desire to dwell with God is a key theme, along with his unwavering trust that God will provide refuge in times of trouble. The psalm ends by urging patience and trust in God's timing, assuring that He will strengthen those who wait on Him. Verses 1-3. Confidence in God's protection. Verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? David begins by declaring his trust in God. He calls God his light, salvation, and strength, showing that God provides clarity, deliverance, and sustenance. This confidence removes any reason for fear. Verse 2. When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. David recounts past victories, showing that those who sought to destroy him were defeated because God was on his side. This suggests that his faith is grounded in real experiences of God's intervention. Verse 3. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. No matter how overwhelming the opposition, David remains unshaken. His trust is steadfast even in the face of armies or wars, knowing God is with him. Verses 4-6. Desire to dwell in God's presence. Verse 4. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. David's ultimate desire is to be close to God, to experience his presence continually. Being in God's house symbolizes a relationship with him and the peace that comes from being in his presence. Verse 5. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion, in the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me, he shall set me up upon a rock. David trusts that God will protect him during difficult times, likening God's protection to being hidden in a secret place or placed upon a rock, a symbol of safety and stability. Verse 6. And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Confident in God's protection, David anticipates victory over his enemies. His response is worship, offering sacrifices of joy and singing praises to God. Verses 7-10. Prayer for mercy and guidance. Verse 7. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me, and answer me. David turns to prayer, asking God to hear him and show mercy. Despite his confidence, he knows he needs God's help and favor. Verse 8. When thou saidst, Seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, Thy face, Lord, will I seek. David responds to God's invitation to seek his presence. He emphasizes a sincere heart that desires God above all else. Verse 9. Hide not thy face far from me, put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help, leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. Here, David expresses vulnerability, asking God not to turn away from him or forsake him. He recognizes his past reliance on God's help and prays for continued support. Verse 10. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Even in the most extreme case of abandonment from parents, David knows God will still be there for him. This is a profound expression of God's unfailing love. Verses 11-14. Request for guidance and patience. Verse 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path, because of mine enemies. David asks for God's guidance, seeking a clear path so that his enemies do not triumph over him. He desires to live in a way that pleases God and protects him from harm. Verse 12. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. A plea for protection from those who slander and plot against him, emphasizing that his foes are both deceitful and violent. Verse 13, I had fainted, unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. David admits that his faith in God's goodness has kept him from despair. His belief that he will witness God's blessings on earth sustains him. Verse 14, Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. The psalm concludes with an exhortation to trust in God's timing. David encourages both himself and others to be patient and courageous, knowing that God will renew their strength. May the Lord bless you, keep you and give you peace. Amen.